Greetings. I'm being consistent, damn it. Every single day. I've been doing a video every single day. It's Charisma. You should know by now, but if you're new here, welcome. Also, I'm known as Auroraclegemz also. YouTube, subscribe, email, Instagram, all Auroraclegemz, and follow and subscribe to all of those. Like this video, go ahead and like the video now. Today's topic, I really want to keep this one short. I know I said I was going to keep the last one short and I ended up going on for a while, but I really do plan on keeping this one short and sweet. This one, so today's topic, I really wanted to focus on I guess the topic is going to be like every day is kind of surrounding my experience as I'm moving through reality and life. I just had like this personal experience of like I talk to so many people, so like, and as I'm like being an energy worker and like being an empath, so like super like they call a sensitive person. I don't know if I like that term, but I mean it fits, right? You feel energy like this with the quickness. I can like do an energy read from a mile away. It's just like coming out, you give me so many different energies as you're like moving through life, and so many personalities, and it's just like, oh man, sometimes it's just an eye roll, oh my gosh, and then other times it's really amazing. Man, now I'm wondering, like, do I really miss being a vendor? You get so many people. Actually, I really do, because I truly believe you're like magnetizing people on a deeper level, like heart to hearts. I feel like on a heart soul level, and even a subconscious in your mind, you're magnetizing to things. I guess that would be soul level, right? So if you reincarnate, you're probably like on Avatar, the way they knew he was reincarnated by the toys that he chose, the 3 toys that he chose. And I feel like that's how business is. People are attracted to the thing that you're selling. Everybody's doing crystals, right? But it's the energy behind it. That's why I say integrity is super important. And people are subconsciously drawn to, I guess I would say soul level and subconscious is pretty much the same thing, right? I would agree, yeah. That would be like a deeper dive. But I feel like people are drawn and pushed and pulled from that state of beingness, that state of consciousness, to things that seem very surface level, like jewelry or jewelry making. That's what I don't know. Anyways, I just feel like it's all, I mean, of course everything is sacred. Everything was more sacred, but now I feel like the sacredness it's been diluted and a little stripped to where there's vanity, and we get kind of caught up in the hype of that vanity. So like food, you see how we're eating as Americans. Like food is supposed to be like a sacred thing, and like people just literally sit. It started in the 50s, y'all. That's why I just looking at our history is just super important, so we don't repeat the mistakes that we learned from things. But like that's when the dinners came out, y'all, the little frozen dinners, and you can just warm it up in the microwave so you can handle your 9 to 5. And that's when we started really spiraling down. So it's like these things are supposed to be sacred, and just eating it in front of that's when the television started coming out, when the frozen dinners and television started coming out at the same exact time. And not everybody had a television when frozen dinners started coming out. So it's like we started like we took things that were sacred, time and energy. So not throwing your energy into a screen. They're using crystals and reverse engineering the technology to where it does siphon. Like I feel tired when I watch TV. Like if I do watch TV, it's very intentional. I usually have a very intent behind why I'm doing it. So it's like all of these things, like drinking, even smoking, even using marijuana, y'all. Everything is just it's just like it starts having a purpose. Like even the history of the Cuban cigar. Some guy it was divinely aligned. He gifted me a Cuban cigar when I was vending at one of these amazing spots in my city. And I actually really do miss vending. I just really miss the essence of Jacksonville, actually. Yeah, that force it hit a little different, I would say. And it's just crazy. Oh, this is another topic I can dive into. The murkiness. Oh, Lord. I feel like I don't want to keep sidebarring from my topic, because it will just be like doop, doop, doop. And it's just like, what are we talking about now? But the murkiness of the cities, and I feel like New York is definitely one of them. Rather not Philadelphia. Philadelphia might be one of them, but it's one of those oh my goodness, sacred spaces. But I don't know, like, not just all of these buildings that you see, like, this is not that don't make it valuable. Like, just because you put high price tags on things, you make sure it's good quality for the foreigners, not for the natives of the land. And this is something that we're all experiencing collectively as humans all over. The Caribbeans are really going through it. Just going to their land, being a traveler, and not really investing in the small businesses, but really going toward the big corporations that are removing the natives from the land, like, with no consent. Like, you can't be here, but what? It's my land. And, like, literally, like, you could get arrested. Like, it's that serious stuff. And it's just like, so they can build resorts. And it's just like, they give all of the fancy new things to the newcomers who are usually fleeing their home countries from ailments of wounds of the soul and of the mind to find relief in another land. So it's like everybody's escaping their homeland to go find relief in another land. And they're finding it, but it's usually through tourism. It's usually through the fiat portal finances. And it's just so weird. And then we're dishonoring it. So it's just, and now everybody's trying to fight. I get, like, did we create this game on a high level of consciousness collectively? Because that's, I mean, you know, I get it. I really do. But my point was basically, everything is energy. So people are going to be attracted to, they're going to magnetize from a subconscious state without, it's beyond their conscious mind. It's not like, hey, I'm naturally attracted to certain crystals over other crystals, like rose quartz, amethyst, and clear quartz are my top 3 that before I even knew crystals were a thing, like before I even went through my spiritual awakening and I got into all of that stuff and the meditation and all of that, those were the first 3 that just kept popping up in my reality, and they were always the ones that I felt to pull to. And so it's like, everything's just heavily energetic, and I just can't unsee it. I can't unfeel it. And I just get pulled and pushed and pulled to certain people. Like, my womb will literally pull me in a direction, and I will meet someone. I'm like, oh, this is why I came. And we will start conversing. And it will just be like a mutual connection. And I'm like, okay, so this is why my womb magnetized your womb, especially with women. A woman's womb will pull and magnetize another woman to her space. And y'all can if y'all are both high vibration, both on the same frequency, both connected on a telepathic level that is beyond your conscious mind, manifestation will be like this, bro. I tell you, shit will start popping up out of nowhere. But if it's not, and one is, she needs a little re-up, and you have enough to, like, charge her, you can pour life into her, and that's when that's even a portal for you to manifest. That's why I mentioned this number 8 step, right? That I didn't put into my steps of manifestation. So unless you watch all my videos, you won't see me talking about it. It's in the video before my last one. If you're keeping up, if you're not, it is what it is. But, like, giving support system, because we're all just, like, collective consciousness. So, like, I help you, you help me. That's how we're supposed to move, because God is, like, all of us together. So it's just like, it's collective consciousness. So it's like, we need one each other. Wow. One each other. I like that. And yeah, and it's just like, that's how it was supposed to be. But again, with this incongruency, like, and then I start channeling. Oh my goodness, shedding layers, like, on the forefront. Okay, now I'm, like, going into channel mode. And so y'all just flow with me, go with it. The cruise still hasn't left yet. I guess because I got them from a different angle. Because I was always over there. The constellation is leaving. Oh wait, that's a different cruise. That's why. Oh, we had 2 cruises leaving at the same time. Celebrity Constellation is out of here, and before them it was Norwegian Jewel. I just found out about the Norwegian Jewel. That one was pretty nice. See, I gotta Google these and see how they look on the inside to see what kind of, like, things they have on the boats. Because Royal Caribbean was a disappointment, for real. Maybe because I was so in my shell, like, I guess you have to be open to, like, partying, and, like, I was just so afraid to do freaking stand-up comedy. Just popped into my mental space, but I really was gonna say, what is it called? Karaoke. I'm into all of that stuff now, but back when I went on my most previous cruise, which was like 6-7 years ago, oh my gosh, it's been way too long. I was just always so shy. I'm like, oh, I'm too shy. I just had a problem expressing myself, but now that's not a problem. So maybe the Royal Caribbean would be lit this time around. It was a lot of retired. The Royal Caribbean it had a lot of retired, older white folks. But anyways, again, it's okay. I'm doing a good, decent bunny hop. It's not too chaotic. But yeah, so like everything is energy. And when I like walk up to this lady and I get disappointed. I get so disappointed. I try not to get in my feelings. Like, I really got triggered by this homegirl. I don't even know who she was, but she had henna. And this is gonna be I'm gonna talk about this in my next video about race and ethnicity and like soul and spirit and like genomes and like templates. I'm gonna talk about that in my next video because I like to really observe. I'm really observing in my reality, and like, of course, when I'm manifesting and like when I'm seeing who my target audience is, who is attracted and pushed towards my energy, I'm like, okay, black women are my target audience. But that's not always it is, but it isn't. So it's like 100% yes. But then I'm like, well, dang, I can't completely close the door. It's like, fucking Chronicles of Narnia before they go to the other world, they gotta keep the door partially open. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't completely close the door. So I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna shut myself from talking about it now and do that in my next video. But basically, I was walking up to this homegirl. She was standing there talking to one of the vendors, and I saw she had henna. I was just trying to see, like, are they doing henna somewhere else? Because I saw like 3 other girls earlier who had henna. So I'm like, I do not want to miss out of henna, because they were doing face painting. So I'm like, wait, hold on. If they're doing henna, I don't want to miss out on that. And then she was just like, it was just so awkward. It's not like it's her fault. Ooh. Hi. It's not like it's her fault, you know. I love your tattoos. You're welcome. It's not like it's her fault, because a lot of it isn't conscious, and I just feel like it's a vibrational thing. So I was just like, where'd you get the henna? Like, are they doing it? She's like, oh no, I know somebody who does it. And it was just really awkward. She gave me like this really awkward look, like, why are you talking to me? And that's the energy I get from some people. And it's just like, it would be the simplest thing, like, hey, I like your dad. Like, I complimented this lady, and that's why I'm just like, the genome thing. And they're like, I'm like, okay, so I always would be like, you know what, let me just go for the black women. They're gonna say yes. The sister gonna say yes. Wrong. When I'm going through St. Pete, you can't use that mindset, because there's a different frequency in the mind. There's a different templates that are embodied in that area specifically. And a lot of the black women, I only met like a sprinkle of them who was like, yes, like only a few. Like, a lot of their frequency vibration is very shallow, very surface level, not really in high frequency, actually into spiritual enlightenment. And I mean to a deep dive. I mean a deep dive, and truly, and again with the genome and like DNA and genetics expression, I feel like there it's just so diluted. It's so very on the surface, on the waves. It's not below the surface. Below the surface would be my city, Jacksonville. But yeah, it's definitely there. Like, even out throughout the hoods, like all of it. And I'm just like, being here and experiencing Ybor City. I love Ybor City, and I love going on the weekends. It's our people. Like, I'm like, okay, I get to go see my people. And again with the templates, I guess I'm doing it this video. And the template, I feel like I can go deeper into it in another video. But I feel like my nature is I go with the flow. I always sidebar into something else. But it's like, because I'm looking at the template, like I go to Ybor City, and it's not just us. Like, yeah, it's a lot of black people. Like, so like when you go on the weekends and they partying, it's a lot of us. But also there's lots of Hispanics. There's like a lot of white people. Like, it's a lot of hood white people. And you see white people who are like, they're just like it's just that frequency, no matter the skin color. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So okay, I fuck with Ybor because it don't matter the skin color. Out here is lit. And it's just like when you go in like St. Pete area, no matter the skin color, it ain't it. And that's what I had to realize. I'm like, it can be anybody. Spirit will use anybody as a portal, as a medium. I literally, some guy, I think he was like maybe Hispanic or whatever, he walked up to me. I don't even remember. He was white or Hispanic. He wasn't black. He walked up to me. Of course, Spirit always pull Jehovah's Witness to me. That comes in all skin colors. But literally, I wasn't expecting this lady to read me. Like, she was a medium. Like, she literally sat, she was channeling, and she read me. I'm not used to that shit. Like, where a complete stranger sitting me down and reading me, like, deeply. Like, she was talking for like, I feel like it's probably like an hour, maybe 30, 45 minutes of just her. monologuing, and I'm just like, yeah, oh yeah, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like, and she was white, so I was just like, and it's so interesting because she was Christian, but her daughter was atheist, and so I'm just like, or pagan or whatever, because she was side-eyeing what her mom was saying a little bit, but she didn't believe what her mom believed, or her mom was completely, I mean, that's her daughter. So I just thought that was super interesting. I'm just like, man, these genomes and these templates, that's where, like, I be wondering, like, the astrology has a lot to do with it, and like the templates that people are embodying. And man, I really actually would love to look deeper into it. Sometimes it'll be hurting my brain, but like, what is it? But it's a lot to it. But I would like, man, it's, yeah, I'm already starting to get a headache, and fuck. my pardon me. But yeah, and again, oh man, whenever I say it's gonna be short and sweet, it always exceeds the 15-minute mark. But that's okay. I guess 20-minute videos are considered short. But yeah, like, I walked up to this girl and it was just a weird freaking. So I'm just like, the way she looked at me, she acting like I asked to suck her toes or something. Like, a girl, so I just asked you if you got the henna from here. Like, it was just a frequency thing. And then I'm always so disappointed. I'm sorry to call it out. I'm not sorry to call it out. This is from my experience. I always get so excited, like, oh my goodness, okay, like, you're Ifa, or you're Santeria, or you from Ghana, you from Nigeria. I'm just like, okay, we might have a connect point, like, you know, Yemen, yeah, like, we have a connect point, and it's never that. Like, I always get so disappointed. I've experienced it in Jacksonville, and I've experienced it all over, everywhere I go. And it's like, oh man, it was so weird. This lady, she was Ghanaian, and she was like letting me know about what she had going on, and I was like, ooh, and I was just giving good energy, and I was just like, oh, okay, Ghana. And then the frequency was so awkward, I just really wanted to walk away. And it was just like, I felt it off her immediately, and I was like, yeah, this is not a congruence. And I'm just like, why is it always Nigerian and Ghanaian women? It's never a frequency match. Like, it's never. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I'd be like intrigued. I'd be giving energy. I'd be giving the love. I'd be giving the vibes. And baby, my vibe come off right every single time. But it's always like this weird energy of like side eye, of like just awkwardness, and like, why are you in front of me? Like, it's just weird. And I'm just like, I'm curious to find out my damn self. Language. About like was it like, I don't want to say entities, but just like spirits. And is she going her Jeep? The lady I just spoke to. And just like templates, and like even the landmarks. Oh my gosh, the landmarks. That's why I feel like St. Pete with our genome is a little different, very different than like Jacksonville and St. Augustine. St. Augustine different than St. Pete. Augustine and Peter were not congruent today. But it's like, man, what happened? And it's interesting because I feel like it's really what they do to the land, and really it goes into like the dilution of like the soul expression for real. And like, because St. Augustine and Jacksonville, if you don't know, is the top two. St. Augustine is only like 40 minutes outside of Jacksonville. It's like St. Pete surrounding Tampa. It's the most historical city in Florida. So it's like, of course, and that's why it's so murky, because they intentionally dump on sites that are the most historical and the most native before they can try to snag and steal what they can get their little grubby little hands into. And you know, so it's just like my message, my real message that I came in intentionally prior to actually yapping was to just mind your frequency. It's just like, and it was going to be giving advice. I'm actually going to turn this into a short, actually. The advice of how you can know somebody's for you. So you'll see, I'm going to attach this video to that one, to that short of how you know somebody's for you. Is there 3 steps? I don't know. I just really feel like the energy pull, not from just talking on this phone, because why are we throwing our energy and crystals on some witchery shit? Like, all of the shows be showing y'all this, and then we're doing it in real life, and it's like, you want to continue doing it? And it's just, unless you're doing it for like a specific reason. I always just see Bonnie in my head on Vampire Diaries just really like, she had all that power. She's like, you know what, I just can't with it, because her lover had died, and she was just, her emotions were uncontrollable. She's like, you know what, so I don't hurt nobody, let me put this shit in a crystal. And she stored all of her power inside of this crystal, and she put it inside of this little tiny globe world. OMG, top tier. That show's top tier. Yeah, so I feel like that's what we're doing. She hit it. So I feel like that's what we're doing, is we're storing our energy in crystals. But how intentional are we being with it, though? But yeah, I'm really thirsty. I'm about to get some more juice. But yeah, so like, and this is gonna be turned into the short. Okay, how do you know if someone is for you? And this is gonna help you thrive in your business, whatever brand you're trying to build. If you're a business person, entrepreneur, this is gonna help you succeed. How to read energy is the top tier, a really top tier flex we all have the ability. So if it doesn't come to you effortlessly to where you just can't control it, and you're not like super like empathic, you wouldn't identify with that. I love that skirt. That is so cute. You're welcome. I need some white skirts in my life. But yes, sidebar. Okay, how do you know someone, this is going to help you in your entrepreneurship, in your business, and expanding and building your brand. How do you know a collaboration is for you, or if it's not for you? This goes for business, relationship, partnership, friendship, any of that. Is you have to be able to read the energy. You have to be able to tap into the frequency and the vibration that's being emitted and transmitted and also absorbed. And you're pretty much absorbing others, relaying it and sending it back to them, especially as women, especially as Black women. And we're doing this actually as a collective, as humanity. So every single person you meet, that's why I met a guy. I met this Black woman, right? I talked to her, and she's talking about her husband. And he walked up, he was a white guy, and he shook my hand. He was super nice. He gave me some advice. He talked into me. He poured into my spirit a little bit. And like, we connected. It was cool vibes. And then I go to this lady, and y'all, she was Ghanaian. So I was like, hey, Ghana, hey, I might go on a little trip, but the flight tickets, and I'm just trying to like make it. I was lighthearted. I was cute. I was quirky. Like, I was vibing, right? And it was just an awkward frequency. I'm like, yeah, this ain't a vibe. I just feel like the frequency switch. I'm like, dang, there was no connect. And it's always this way. I'm just like, when will I get proven wrong? It's always this way when I meet. Anyways, it could just be that 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it will change. I don't know. But that's just my experience, y'all. The frequency, vibration, and energy that is being emitted. Like, if you feel awkward, my brain keeps going off. OMG. I feel like I might just make it a completely separate reel in total, because I sidebarred. But how to know if someone is for you or if they're not for you on a frequency vibrational level, if it's ever going to be any sort of success with communicating or interacting or even to collaborating, if you want to do that, is just read the energy. If it's awkward, is the first way to know if it's for you or not. If somebody is for you, a whole human being, if they're for you or not. If it's an awkward energy, like if you feel awkward and this goes for if you're, let me make this disclaimer, if you're actually a confident person and you're walking in your power, if you interact with them and it's like an awkward feeling and you're like stumbling over your words and you speak well, like I speak very well, but some people like me, I know it's not congruent. I know they're not meant to help me in any way, shape, or form. If I start stumbling over my words and I just can't seem to get out a coherent sentence, I'm like, okay, that's not normal. This is not coherent. We're not meant to align, period. That's why I know if I ask for something, like if I ask something towards someone, they start saying, and they start stumbling over their words. And then especially when you can feel them start to lie, like, why are you making up a lie, baby? Say no. I shut it down. I'm like, you know what? It's cool. This happened today. I was like, it's cool. Have a nice day. You walk away. So if it's awkward, you're probably just absorbing. And I realize I do this when it's awkward energy. It's not that you're awkward. You're not awkward at all. For so long, I thought it was me. You're literally absorbing that energy from that person. They're having some sort of negative or confusing, conflicted thought or feeling about you that's not completely in cohesion with the true Christ consciousness, spirit of love. That's the one. There's not a complete coherence between you two as individuals. And so that's when I just walk away when it's like super awkward to where you can't even speak. Your mind starts blanking. You can't remember words. You can't remember basic words. You can't remember what you were saying. Forgetfulness, tripling over your words, getting like weird feelings to where it's like blinding what you're actually trying to say. That shit is crazy. That's not for you, babes. Walk away. And that's the main way, I feel like. And if that person, another one, if they don't spark up a large flame inside of you, they're not for you. Like, if they don't make you excited and giddy, chances are, and like you don't reminisce like, I wonder how da-da-da is doing. I want to send them love. I feel like if it's not that energy 100%, what are we doing? And also, another way is if you're telepathically communicating with them. So we're all linked through the entire collective of human consciousness is linked on a very high level. And we're just expressing ourselves through 3D form, but really how to know, this is illusion, y'all. This is Maya. Don't get tricked by the illusion, okay? How you know someone is for you, if you're in the physical world, is if you already connected with them in the 4D. And so we all go to sleep at night and we dream. So we all easily connect to 4D. We do it every night. So if you have visions about someone on the regular and it's always like a loving type energy and it's like, dang, that felt like real life, they're probably your homie. They're probably your tribe. So they're for you 100%. And you know by the feeling that it gives you. It shouldn't be any sort of angst. It shouldn't be doubt, worry, fear, confusion. If they just bring nothing but love and light beings, that's for you. If they bring any sense of sort of confusion, they're not for you at all. They're not meant to be in your life. Anybody who's meant to be in your life will not cause confusion or bring any sort of confusing energies, any sort of like conflicting spirits, any sort of war. It will not spark up a war inside of yourself. And let's not confuse with the war inside of yourself as triggering wounds and complete confusion inside of yourself as a war. Two separate different things. It can be jaded if you're still not fully activated or fully healed through certain things. So yeah, y'all, like that's that. Like one girl, I was like, and you know what, I did get the pull. Like spirit really was like, them, the couple right there, and they were like Hispanic, and I was just like, wait, hold on, let me try my homegirl. I see a black woman standing here, let me go ahead and try her. She was getting soft serve. I'm like, hey, I'm getting soft serve too. And then I would ask her, she said yeah, but then she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, you know what, it's okay, I'll find a different way. I shut that shit down so fast, like, girl, bye. You're not for me. It's not meant to be. And it's not on her, it's just not divinely aligned. And it's like this script written by God. She's not in the script. And I just asked the couple, and it was like, yeah, sure, we got you. And the lady wouldn't let me give her the cash because they only took cards. She was like, no, it's my treat. And I was like, thank you, girl, because that would have been the rest of it. But yeah, so it's just like, yeah, my journey is learning that like spirit does not discriminate at all. Like it can come in any skin color, any ethnicity, any background, any genome expression, like any walk of life. It could be somebody who's homeless on the street that you wouldn't know who was gonna give you something that you were needing. Like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I could do my business for black women. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm primarily targeting them, but my journey through St. Pete and Tampa is just like, it's for everybody. Like, I'm praying over these women. Yes, she was saying racist things, but she had a lot of energy attachment. So it's like trauma hurt people. And I'm looking at the little children run around, white, Hispanic, black, Asian, Indian, all of them. I just see the children running around together and just playing with each other. And there's no second thought. Unless it's, again, a frequency vibration, you know if they're aligned or not. There's something underneath. A child knows, that little 3-year-old is like, I don't like them. Or they're just like, they're always pushing them away. And they're just like, they know what they like and what they don't like instantly. And that's pretty much what we're just retapping into. It's like, you'll know what's for you vibrationally and what's not. And I feel like, yeah, anyway, I'm not going to go there. But yeah, so like, just seeing that the children are born pure. Everybody's born innocent. We're born in love. We're not born in no sin. Maybe the sine waves. But yeah, remove the E, remove the energy, right? And call it sin. But yeah, we're just all love. And it's just like, at one point, do they lose that love as a child? And it's just like, it must be the grooming and the programming of the matrix. Like, I don't know. I want to dive deeper into these topics, so stay tuned. But take that message. It's a very important message. So if you don't take nothing from it, then I don't know what to tell you, babes. Stay embodied in your breath and in your bliss.